Jefferson has very kindly agreed to come back in this morning. He was understandably very upset, but I think I may have persuaded him to give us a second chance.
Jefferson's coming.
Before we start, Nigel's got something to say to Jefferson. Haven't you, Nigel?
I think it was Winston Churchill who said, "We are two nations separated by a common land."
Just get on with the apology, Nigel.
If there has been some misunderstanding, not with my intention, then of course I am sorry. Mea culpa.
Apology accepted. However, over the top and unconvincing.
Very gracious, Dad. Good. So that's sorted then. Thank you, everyone. Places, please. Act 5, Scene 3. Now, the Duke of Cornwall couldn't make it because he's in Cornwall, ironically. And the Duke of Albany has fallen off castle.
Oh dear.
Oh, a bouncy castle. He twisted his ankle.
So it would now be a good time to discuss my idea for where Gloucester has his eyes put out.
Okay.
Oh, wild jelly, where is thy lustre now? What do you think?
Oh, I think perhaps such magical special effects might detract from the text.
Well, you're the director.
Jessica, you could resume your vital role as prompt.
Does she have to?
Yes. Besides, it's good for us to have an audience. As a famous American actor once said, if there's only one person out there, then I'll play to them. So, let's have a bash at the death of Cordelia. Jefferson, if you'd be so kind, page 57.
I think I know the words to this one.
Excellent. Let's see if you can put them in the right order.
All right, Jefferson. This is the climax of your emotional journey. Your favourite daughter's dead, and it's your fault.
You don't say.
I want to see love, pain, guilt, and anguish.
Anything else? Okay. Oh, you are men of stones. Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one lives. She's dead as earth.
Hands called Mary.
Dad,
Where did I go wrong?
you didn't. I'm just impressed.
I'm impressed that you're impressed.
Though, technically, it says that Lear should be carrying Cordelia.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was going to come to that.
Shouldn't be hard, big macho man like you.
And I saw you lift up a tank in ultimate fidelity too.
It is the defining image of Lear, carrying his dead daughter.
Right. I knew that. Okay, well, let's give it a shot.
Don't! Not the violence there!
Sorry.
Yeah. How you are men of stones. Jeez, how did Cordelia get so heavy? She should have stuck to the skinny lattes.
Yeah, the text, Jefferson, the text.
I'm good.
How?
Oh, that's better, good anguish.
That's not anguish. That's my back. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yes, I'm a trained physiotherapist. Before I met Colin, this is what I did. I've got a certificate, if you don't believe me.
I believe you.
And since we are sponsoring the show, I thought I'd better help you get back on your feet. We've got to loosen up your glutes.
Okay.
It's having a knock-on effect and weakening your sacroiliac.
Well, you're the back expert.
Yes, I am actually. Although, Colin seemed to think that this was a job for a bimbo.
Hey, Lauren, You are no bimbo. Believe me, I'm the bimbo expert. Ow! Are you sure that's helping?
Yes. I was quite good at this, but
You realized you didn't have the stomach for torture?
no. I met Colin. He didn't like me doing this. Something had to give. I'm sure you can guess the rest.
Yeah.
Still, you never forget.
Oh.
I'm guessing you don't want to hear my story?
Correct. You know, you're a clever girl. Now, let's get the subject back to me.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
Oh, not at all. Ask away.
Well,
Yes.
as a really big fan of yours,
Yes.
my mum,
Great.
she asked me to ask you, is that really your hair color?
Is your mother saying I'm going gray?
Well, it's not inconceivable.
Jefferson Steele does not dye his hair.
It could look quite distinguished.
I don't want to look quite distinguished. You can tell your mother that Jefferson Steele has the finest head of natural hair in all of Hollywood.
Impressive. You know, my mom always said you were quite smart. Even though in your films you can never quite get your pure shirt on.
Look, it's what the parts demanded. I was embodying the role. Why does everybody assume that just because you take care of your body, you don't have a brain?
My point exactly. If you take care of yourself, nobody takes you seriously. All right, let's have your trousers off.
You're kidding.
No, I need to check your posture. Is that a problem? Do you have difficulty bending down?
I am not that old.
Give me a leg. Oh, your hamstring is really tight.
Yeah.
It's referring the pain upwards. On your back. How's that?
Oh, yeah, that feels good, yeah. Do that some more. Do that harder. Harder. Ow, that hurt! Do it again. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes. Oh, yes. That is it. Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes, Lord. That's it. Yes. Oh, God, Lord. Oh, God, yes. Oh, yes, that feels so good. Oh, my God.
All part of the noble theatrical tradition. The takeaway. I'm afraid Mary's out of flamenco night, so you have to fend for yourself on a Thursday.
Well, I'm starving.
It must be nice spending some time with your father.
I wouldn't know.
Come on. You must be proud of what he's doing here.
I just can't get my head around it. Could he actually be doing something decent for once?
Yeah, that's me. Full of surprises.
The surprise will be if you don't screw up.
So how was your back?
Oh, Lauren, she has hidden talents. She has amazing hands.
I'm sure she has. So I hope everyone is hungry.
Now, Jessica, are you going to be able to eat any of this stuff, or are you going to explode or something?
If you had bothered to take an interest, you would know I'm not allergic to everything. I can eat most things, just not gluten and shellfish and wheat and dairy products and nuts.
Obviously.
You're supposed to feel sorry for me.
Ah, yes. I was wondering what I was supposed to be emoting in this scene.
I checked. Everything is fine. It's the vegan option.
You see, Dad? She's really nice. I don't understand why she's working with you.
Ow.
So what is in it for you?
I used to work in the theatre.
You are so lucky.
No, I was much younger. In another life.
Why'd you quit?
I got married to an actor and it didn't work out.
Surprise.
He couldn't handle the commitment.
My kind of guy.
But I never quite managed to lose the theatre bug. And so, here I am. trying to direct an impossible play with an improbable cast in a dilapidated old barn in the middle of what you charmingly call Nowheresville.
Yeah. Enough backstory. Tell us about Nigel.
Nigel? There's nothing to tell.
I think Nigel's got the hots for Dorothy.
Ah,
No, he hasn't.
I've seen the way he looks at you.
No, you haven't. Besides, you're forgetting he's married.
Where I come from, that doesn't count for diddly squat. In Hollywood, the only thing that keeps her from fooling around is a prenup.
didn't stop you though, did it, Dad?
Only the last couple of marriages. Besides, if you want my opinion, as a recovering serial philanderer,
Ooh. Do tell.
well, if you ask me, you're way too good for Nigel.
Well, if we're being embarrassing, why don't we talk about your love life, huh?
Ugh, do we have to? It's all in the National Enquirer if you're interested.
I'm taking a time out from women at the moment.
Really?
The only woman in my life is my daughter.
Yeah, right.
She doesn't even like me.
Is this where we're supposed to feel sorry for you?
Touche. You know, there was a time when you thought I was great.
What happened?
I grew up.
Awkward pause. During which all the characters wonder if they've just heard something sincere and heartfelt.
And cut. I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I better go call Mom, see how the honeymoon's going, if she's still married. Thanks for supper, Dorothy.
Pleasure. I'll see if I can get some of these lines into his head.
Night, Dad.
She is a lovely girl.
She is, if you're not her father.
So, Mr. Action Hero, shall we kick some Shakespeare butt?
Let's whip that son of a bard's ass.
Act 1, Scene 5. I'll be the fool. Thou art my fool, uncle. I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Oh, let me not be mad. Not mad, sweet heaven. Keep me in temper. I would not be mad.
Oh, I really think you're getting there. This could be okay.
Well, praise indeed. You know something, Dorothy. You're a good-looking woman. But you don't make the most of yourself. You should try a little makeup.
Thanks. Well, maybe I could borrow some of yours. That's not in the script.
Oh, I'm improvising. Oh, Mary, having a good evening.
Not really. Enrico's never been the same since he had the accident with the castanets.
Well, Mary, I have to say you look absolutely terrific.
And I have to say, Mr. Steele, that your opinion is no longer of interest to me.
What's the matter, Mary?
Nothing. I'm surprised to see you still up, Mr. Steele, given your exertions earlier.
I'm good.
That is a matter of opinion. Good night, Dorothy.
Et c'est bien qu'on l'appelle s'il lui convient de refuser l'amour, l'amour,
Jefferson's late, as usual. One wonders if the landlady is offering bed as well as breakfast.
You, Nigel, have a filthy mind.
Come on, Dennis. We're both men of the world. I'm merely speculating about the possibility of a classic behind-the-scenes theatrical romance.
You really think that Mary's shagging old Jefferson?
Oh, Dennis, you're very crude.
Jefferson wouldn't. He'd have told me.
He's a mate. Correction. He's an American.
Ah.
Enter the femme fatale, stage right.
Something the matter, Mary?
I'd rather not talk about it.
What?
The thing I'm not talking about.
And where is our star?
Don't know. Don't care.
Perhaps he's having a private one-on-one rehearsal with the director.
You've got it on the brain, Nigel. You're not getting any at home.
Enter the foreign, stage right.
Kind of awkward, so then I did the whole scene butt naked. True story.
I doubt it.
It so didn't happen, Dad.
All right, everyone. I have a little announcement.
Don't tell me they're getting engaged.
I'm pleased to announce that the part of Cordelia will no longer be played by myself. It will be played by Miss Jessica Steele.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Over my dead body.
Quite possibly if you have to lift me again. We can't risk go back, and I've decided that I simply can't be the fool and Cordelia whilst directing.
But
Besides, Jessica's played the part before. She has a particular insight into playing the daughter of a vain, spoilt tyrant.
I'm not a tyrant.
Then you won't mind if I take the part.
Good. So, shall we go from Act 1, Scene 3 again? Lear is dividing his time between his two daughters. Neither of them are happy with the domestic arrangement.
I know exactly how they feel.
Okay, Mary.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it.
That's good. But maybe even a bit more anger?
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it.
Gosh, Mary, I'm really feeling the anger now.
Oh, sorry, Dorothy. I don't want to be in the play anymore.
Mary, what is it?
Mr. Steele knows what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
You've been a huge disappointment to me, Mr. Steele.
She's nuts.
I'm sorry, Dorothy, but that's just how it is.
Mary, come on.
My final word. Goodbye.
Oh dear, someone got out of bed the wrong side this morning. Or was it the wrong bed?
So what have you done, Dad?
I haven't done anything. In fact, I think it might be what I haven't done.
Really?
Well, you know Mary can come on a little strong sometimes, and hell hath no fury, etc., etc.
Are you sure you're not flattering yourself?
Well, I also think Mary might be a little jealous.
Of who?
Well, of you, obviously.
Me?
Come on, it's not impossible, is it?
Now you are flattering yourself. So what do we do now?
Well, for whatever reason, thanks to Jefferson, we've just lost our gonorrhea.
So get us another one.
It's just not that easy.
Sure it is. Look, they are going to be lined up around the block to share a stage with Jefferson Steele, Hollywood legend.
And winner of the Golden Globe for modesty.
Well, let's see.
Falling down over the dance, that's a dream of romance or the scene where the villain is real, that's entertainment.
So, where are all these people lined up around the block? It may be my eyesight, but I just can't see them.
Give them time.
I really think our time is up.
Well, we have options. There were some interesting auditions there.
You're even more insanely optimistic than I am.
Number 1 was okay.
Enid was okay for a hearing-impaired 87-year-old. Stretching credibility perhaps as your daughter.
Number 3 showed promise.
Her obvious stage fright didn't bother you? I mean, she couldn't have uttered a single word, not a line. She was even worse than you.
Number 2. What was wrong with number 2?
Bernard was good, but he was, I'm sure you noticed, a man.
He was interesting. It could work.
He had a beard.
So is that it?
That is it.
Hello? Am I too late?
No, Lauren, please.
She's a bright girl. And kind of cute, too.
Oh, and that's important, is it, for the role of Goneril?
I think what's important for the role of Goneril is that she's played by the sponsor's wife.
Good point. So, Lauren, what are you going to do for us?
Well, I'd like to do the bit from Act 1, Scene 3, which shows Goneril's increasing coldness towards her father, who's moved in with her along with his knights.
Someone who does their homework. Impressive. Please, Lauren, in your own time.
Put on what a weary negligence
Yeah, you've got it.
Really? Thank you. Oh, thank you.
No need to thank me. Look, it was all Dorothy's idea.
Whatever. And if you ever need another session.
Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'm still recovering from the last one.
I look forward to seeing you at the next rehearsal. I'll give you a ring.
Great. I'll see you at rehearsal, Jefferson. My mom is going to be so excited that I'm playing your daughter. So I guess it's ciao, Dad.
Thanks.
Girls like me in society go for classical poetry. To win our hearts, one must quote with ease Aeschylus and Euripides. But the poet of them all, who will start and sip